what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. But today, two AFC teams set 25. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Over the middle, it's caught by Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Nico Remigio deep for KC. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Kansas City.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you get real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
But from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, To have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage on it.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
and that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas
Travis
City.
Kelsey. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Working for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Brown. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 39-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Burrow. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that'll be incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Gain of 4 brings up third and 4.
Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mahomes going to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it third and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he will have the Chiefs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and a yard. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the one. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Burrow. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Oh, he's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. A little juke. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 43, here's second down and 5. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And he picked up another first down there.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on.
Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0.
Bengals, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
A gain of 5. First down, Chiefs.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throw inside, completion to Rice. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's Burrow. To the sideline and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a 2nd and 6. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andre Yoshivas from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's caught. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Let's start the drive here with Pacheco. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
That ball caught. It's Rice. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Once more, it's Pacheco. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Butker now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Chiefs 31, Bengals 8.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, he shifts past him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 43.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Open man is Yoshivas. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A final shot now for Burrow. And it will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
PlayStation